What's up, YouTube? Yeah, so I'm loving how I got a great response on my last video about me leaving NAR, the National Association of Realtors, and I want to kind of have a real conversation with you guys, right? So going back to, I have officially left NAR. Everything is great. Life is great. Business is business per usual. The thing is like when you give people or boards per se the control of your business and what you have going on, you will always be broke. But if you do your research, always read between the lines and whatnot, and build your business very well with your team, you will make a lot of money. Always remember that. So yeah, real estate's been booming. We got a lot of great off-market deals. If you guys follow me on Facebook, my personal Facebook page or my business page, definitely go check them out. We got houses. We got several commercial property. I'm actually about to list some new stuff in Miami. I'm about to list some new stuff in Panama. Tomorrow I got like 4 properties that I got to go view tomorrow. We're probably either going to do off market or we're probably going to list on market. That's 3 residential and that's 1 commercial. So a lot of people, have been asking me behind the scenes as to why I choose to do residential and I choose to do commercial real estate. So, and, if you talk to other people in the business, a lot of people who are in the commercial space, they'll say, yo, you should not do both. Yo, you can't do both. That's not really doing it for real. You talk to people in the residential space. A lot of people in the residential space are super scared. They say, oh, you need the CCIM. Oh, you need this. Oh, you need that. And just going towards that, like, number one, in the residential field, a lot of people's brokers will tell you that you need the CCIM or you need certain designations to do commercial. That's not the case. It's just what people respect in the industry. It's totally 2 different things. Just like the National Association of Realtors. You don't have to be a part of it. It's just what people respect in the industry. So going back to why, and I'm going to do a whole separate video on the whole CCIM and if you should be a member, if it makes sense for you. I'm personally not a member, but also I don't really need it because, I might get it in the future, but guys, I've been doing commercial real estate for like 6 years. Like, we've been winning, you know? But when it comes to me choosing to do residential and commercial, guys, I started my business in the residential space. I learned from the best. I was at some of the best. I learned from some of the top agents at the time in the business. I've dealt with wholesalers. I've dealt with doing short sales. I've dealt with on market. I've dealt with several different realtors. I've pretty much done everything that you could think of in the residential market. I've sold luxury homes. I've sold trailer parks. I've sold mobile homes. I've pretty much done anything that you can think of in the residential space. And not only did I do it, I perfected it and I learned the business. So in the residential space, one of the reasons why I still do it is because I'm still great at it and I'm good at it. And I also have a whole team behind me. So if I can't handle it, my team can handle it. That's number one. Number two, when it came to me getting into the commercial space, a lot of people, you may or may not know, my whole entire family is Muslim. No, I'm not one of those converts, which is nothing wrong with people who converted. My whole family is Muslim. I was born into Islam. I've been having high connections all over the world for years. A lot of people in my community, they own businesses. A lot of people in my community, before they go get a job, they're gonna go start some type of business of any sort, form, or fashion. So with that being said, I always had people coming up to me, trying to start a business, trying to find places to start businesses. And what a lot of people didn't realize is that, when you're trying to, when when you have a real estate license, you're just not a real estate professional for houses. That real estate license pretty much helps you to pretty much facilitate a lot of things, whether it's business acquisitions, whether it's doing wholesale, whether it's and it's depending on the state, of course, but whether it's commercial property, commercial leasing, residential leasing. A lot of people kind of just try to stick to one particular sector and make that apply to that when that's not the case. So when I started doing my first couple of commercial deals, I realized that commercial was a lot easier for me than most people. And number two, when I actually learned the laws and the rules and regulations of commercial is way more lax than residential. And when I got into the commercial game, I realized that being in the commercial game, you will make a lot of money in the commercial space when you're first starting out, but it will take a very long time to get paid. So while you're still building your business, it only makes sense to do houses or do what you're good at while you're still building your commercial business. So for me, what works for me is I'm able to sell houses and I'm able to do commercial deals. Now, thankfully, I'm one of those agents who I do both every month, or I'm working on both every month. Most commercial agents that you run into, especially if they just started out, are barely producing deals within an 8-month time frame. A lot of people in the commercial space have not made any money. A lot of people in the residential space have not made any money. I choose to combine them because I make a lot of money doing both. And I'm really good at it. If you go look at any of my real estate business pages and whatnot, you will see over the years, and of course, like those who actually go to my main YouTube channel, because this is the real estate channel that we started just for real estate. But I've done nothing but a great job for every single client that I came in contact with. Whether it was a commercial lease, whether it was a commercial sale, whether it was a business acquisition, whether it was a residential house, whether it was a luxury house, whether it was an off market, I did it all and I did it well. Go ask any of the people, for people who live in the Pensacola area, the coffee shops. A lot of the coffee shops that you see in the area, that was me. So, and you go ask any of those people about me, they will tell you I did an excellent job. I explained to them everything. I learned the business. And with me learning the business, a lot of agents are not willing to go learn the business. A lot of agents also have brokers who they don't really properly inform them because they don't want them doing certain things. I will say, as long as you know the laws and you have some of the best attorneys on deck like I do, it's not really too much that you can kind of get in trouble for. And then, of course, your failures and taking L's come with the business. But for the most part, I win at it. I win at both. And I'm pretty good at it. And by the time next year, this YouTube channel is going to be showcasing me doing both. But if you guys look at my Facebook or any of my other platforms, you guys will see I've done it all. Anybody who wanted, first time home buyer, somebody you want to buy a super big mega commercial property for an investment, I'm gonna put you guys actually on some game, right? Right now, I hope one of my closest investors, right, get a property 3 years ago for $450,000. We are about to close on this property for $1.2 million in less than 30 days from now. So that's commercial too, by the way. You really not gonna really find too many people who can do that or find deals like that for you. But that's why I do it. And I'm not necessarily making this video saying that, oh, you should do this, you should do that. Well, but I'm just letting you guys know this is why I do it. And if it influences you to do it, if you guys want mentorship, of course, check the link in the description. We do mentorships. Or if you potentially want to join a brokerage that's actually winning and actually doing big things, we can talk about that too. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like being in residential and commercial works for me. And I tell people in the real estate industry, as long as it's legal and it's professional, do what works for you. A lot of people, when they get caught up in what NAR is trying to say or what certain trade organizations are trying to say and not what the actual law says. And then also, just because you have a broker and your broker's been in the business for 20 plus years doesn't mean that everything that your broker says is 100% fact. You know, I always tell people in the real estate industry to always fact check anything that your broker says, because a lot of these people, that the amount of stuff that I've been getting lately, man, a lot of these people have just been misinformed because simply your broker just doesn't want you doing certain things. That's all it is. And I'd rather somebody tell me, yo, I just don't want you doing this, rather than you to lie to me about it, if that makes sense. But yeah, hope you guys like it. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. I'm actually going to start doing like property tours of my commercial properties and my residential properties too. And also, for those who were on the channel and you missed the classes, the first real estate class that I did, I'm actually going to redo that class and start a whole series of doing classes teaching you guys the commercial real estate industry, because that particular video had some stuff in there that really shouldn't be in there. So yeah, but a new version of that will be dropping very soon. We're looking to drop at least once a week on this particular channel. I mean, of course, you know, you guys know, about the main channel. Go follow the main channel. We are officially monetized over there. But yeah, like, subscribe, share. Let me know what type of questions or concerns that you guys got. And yeah, peace out.